Hi guys, it's Mr. Wedge, and today we're going to do a painting in the style of Jean-Michel Basquiat. So I'm going to start by putting my name and my class code on the back and flipping it over. And we're going to do this in two parts. So we're going to start by painting, and then we're going to add oil pastel onto it when it's dry. So I'm using tempera paint, and you could also do this with acrylic, but just be careful because it doesn't wash out. And you'd want to protect the surface you're working on so you don't get acrylic on the table because it just turns to plastic. And I've got some cups to mix my own colors in, and I've got a pretty big brush for the paper that I'm working on. So first thing I'm going to do is just kind of brainstorm some things that I want to paint and draw, and I don't have to worry too much if it doesn't look right. I just want to let my imagination go. And really it's just going to be a collection of images that that you remember from being in a city or a really busy place, or it could be like a festival or anywhere there was a lot of people and there was a lot of stuff going on. So I put some colors in a cup and I'm just going to mix it up and get them to where I like them. And I like to start by just kind of filling up some areas that I can react to. I think I'll put a building down here. So it's not too early to start thinking about what you want to paint and draw. But you can also just use the color by itself just to kind of fill up the space. I'm going to clean my brush in between colors with a paper towel. Then I can go in and add other things. And you can change it as you go. I think I'm going to put a traffic light up here. And I used a rectangle, which is kind of like the rectangle I used for the building, so kind of balance it out. Maybe a little gray for a street. We've got a person here. Maybe an arrow, like on a one-way street. So once you get some paint put down, and like I said, you can be messy, it doesn't have to look correct or anything. We're going to let that dry completely and then we'll go over it with oil pastel. So now that my paint's all dry, I'm going to draw on top of it with oil pastels. And don't worry about using the right colors. We just need to color this in. You can outline things, and you can also write words on top of it. And oil pastels are pretty soft, so if they break, not a big deal, you can keep using them. I want to put some crazy teeth in my person. Outline things, just be really quick. And just kind of, the whole time you're coloring with the oil pastels, you can just kind of be brainstorming about stuff you've seen in the city. You can use patterns. Your lines don't have to stay inside the edges. You can go through and fix things. Now this guy has crazy hair. There's overlapping now because the hair went on top of this one-way sign. I could finish coloring in the sky. I don't have to use the right colors when I color it in. Give him an eyeball. If you use a color somewhere, you can use it again in a different place to balance it out. Basquiat did that. He kind of put color everywhere, so his work had a lot of balance to it. And then you can draw on top of it with more words. Don't worry about overlapping, it can just go right off over the edges. So you can see I outlined things, I moved my colors around, I wrote things. You can write them sideways, you can repeat words and phrases if you want. And don't be afraid to just draw right through things. So this street sign right here, you could outline with multiple colors, and then I could have this go through and connect to this building. I could color the windows in different colors. So you could just keep going and layering up your imagery until you get a picture that's it's not a picture of the city, it's just more of picture of how it feels to be in a city with all the chaos and stuff going on. So anyway, Basquiat, work hard, have fun.